Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how I draw my picture of a sunset on the ocean with some palm trees. And all you need is a pack of crayons. You don't really need as many as I have. All you need is the crayons laid out in front of me, and I will show you how I do it step by step. Start the ball. I will be putting a horizon line, and I'll be doing that with the light blue. Okay. So what I do is I put a line maybe about 3/4 up the page, a straight line. Like that. And then what you do is you take the yellow and then you make a sun. So what you do is you make a half a circle to make a sun in the middle of the sunset line, horizon line. And then what you do is you color in the entire part of the half a circle in yellow. And this is what it looks like. Then what you do is you start the actual horizon sunset. So the first thing you start with is orange. So what you do is you take the orange and make lines up about this long, all the way around to the other side of the sun. Starting like this. Until it looks like more of a circle. See? Next, you do the next color, which is pink. And you do the same thing you've done with the orange, but with pink. And as you can see, you blend it in with the orange, so it looks like it's the same line that's coming from it. You go all the way around. See, that's what it looks like now. Next, you take the red and you do the same thing all the way around from the pink all the way up to the red. See? See how it looks now? Alright, so that's how it looks now. Next, you take the light blue and you do the same. This is how it looks now. And you make it go all the way around to the other side. Okay. And then next, you do the turquoise. The same way. Basically, the way you do it is you fill up the whole top of the page with color in the same way. It's going to look like you're doing a rainbow at the top of the page. That is the whole idea. You will be able to see something really pretty coming on, and everyone will absolutely love it. And when you get to the tip of the page, as you can see, you just go off the page and make it look like it's actually, the sun is setting off the page. And you fill in the gaps to make sure that it all looks like the sun is actually really setting, as you can see. Last of all, you have the purpley dark blue, and then you've got the black. You put less of the dark blue on it on the page than you do of the other colors. You're not supposed to put as much. As you can see. Lastly, I haven't gotten this out of the box yet, but you take the black and you color the rest of the top in the black. It'll only be the corners, but that's how you do it. And then the top of the page will look like a sun setting over blank white. That's how it's supposed to look so far. Next of all, you start with the trees. The trees are not easy, but if you follow my instructions, you'll be able to do it. All you will need is brown and green. Now, the tree lines you should do on the sides, so it looks more realistic. So you draw a line from about that long, that far into the page, like this, and then you draw it up to about 3/4 of the length of the white, maybe 4/5 of the length of the white, and you go down and out just like that, as you can see. And then you do the same on the other side, but facing the other direction, as you can see. Now, you color the brown in from that side of the page outwards. Okay, now the other side. Okay. But as you can see here, they're uneven, the width. So you just add a little bit more on this side if it's not even on the side you add. So you just do like this, a line, and then a curve. And then you color in the white bit in between the brown and then the line of brown. Just like this. So it is even with the other brown of the tree. Next you will get the green. This is the hard part. So what you do is you make sort of like arches out. I'll show you how it's done. What you do is you take from the side, just on the top of in the open bit of the brown, and you do an arc, and then you do an arc back, then you do another arc, and you do another arc back, and then another, and back, and now that way. See how you've done it? 3 arcs, and that is what you've done. Then you color in the green on the inside of the arcs, just like I'm showing you. And now you fill in the middle of it in green, where it connects to the brown of the trunk of the tree. Just like so. Now you do the other side the same way. So, because it's on the other side, it has to go inwards on the other side. So you start from here, and you go like this, and then like this, and then like this. Like that. Perfect. So now you color this. See? You colored that bit now. The trick to do sunsets on the ocean is to use a lot of color, because that is the best way. That is the best way to do this kind of art. And now this is how it's going to look. Right, so we're done with the trees. Next bit is probably the hardest bit, but we're going to start with the sand. Right, so we use the blue, this blue, and what we do is we make wavy lines at the bottom, probably about this far from the bottom, maybe this much from the bottom of the page. And we do as so. So you make it look like the water is going into the sand. That's the trick. See that? That is how it's supposed to look. Next of all, you draw the water line, but you've got to do it with this crayon. The water line will then start down here. Well, that's where it starts, but the water line itself has to go all the way up to the horizon line. Do you see where it's where the above part is with the colors? You then make that line in this color. Go all the way across and stop at the other end. See? You have got a horizon line. Now, before you do anything else, you put down this crayon on one side where you know you'll find it, and you pick up the sand crayon. Basically, all you do with the sand is you color it in. And the sand is this bit down at the bottom. See? This bit. Now you color that. until you get to the other side of the page. And keep colouring until you fill in all the bits. Now, the next bit that you do won't be quite as easy. See this? You've done all of it but the middle. This middle bit is the ocean. So what you need to do, you see how there's a sun and a sun setting on top of the line? You need to do the same on the bottom, except it's got to go into the ocean. So it's got to look like it's on the ocean. So this is how you do it. You start with a dark color. I'd say maybe you start with the red. What you do is, see how the sun is that big, that long? What you do is you start here across, but you don't fill in all of the sea in this one color. What you do is you sort of make it into like a shade kind of thing, only light shading down to here. See how I did it? Like that. That is the sun setting on the ocean, but it is not complete. What you do next is you add the colors as you go to make it look really good. The next one I reckon you should add will be the green. What you do, wait, no, that's the blue. Okay, we don't add the blue. How about we add the light blue? So what you do here is you follow the same instructions. You do a light layering down to here, but don't let this go outside of that line. Right? So you've got that. Next, you do the same, but with orange. A light layering down to the center, and so it looks like that. See? Maybe you add a little bit of extra on the side, like that. Perfect. Next, I reckon we should add some yellow. So, yellow time it is. How can you have a sunset without yellow? So you do the same thing, just like that. Right, and I believe we add some pink. Go wrong with pink. So we add some pink the same way. Alright, so the actual sunset on the ocean is going very well. But now we need to actually make the ocean. This is the hard bit, because you've got to fill it to make sure it doesn't fill the ocean color, but to make sure it still looks real. That's hard. I will show you how to do so. Here we go. Now use the top line color again. And what you do is you fill in the blanks. See how I'm doing so? You color it, but fill in the blanks. And you have to be extra careful when it comes around the middle line. But what I reckon you should do is work around the edge first. And I'll show you how to do the middle line afterwards. But color in the entire outline around this middle bit. And I'll show you how to do the middle bit after. I will do that right now. So you go around the tree trunk, around the tree leaves, and you work down the page until everything gets filled in. Okay, now we work around the other side now. Now we've got around there. Now we go down the tree trunk area to the edge of the ocean. And go on the side like this. And make sure not to get the ocean over the ocean line. It's supposed to look like the ocean is setting into the sand. So I'll do the same on the other side. Now this is the hard bit. What we do is we have to make the blue of the ocean go into the sun, the setting sun on the ocean, without making it look fake. So here's the hard bit. What you have to do is you have to make it light around this. So a little bit's going in, but not all of it. So you take this of the crayon and you start putting it really lightly over the edges. So it looks like it's blending into the ocean. That's the whole idea. And you do the same on the other side, as you can see. This is how I'm doing it. It's going into the ocean. Do the same down here. All right, so this is what it ends up looking like. This is the end product. The end product. This is a sunset on the ocean on an island with palm trees. This is what it should look like. Okay, thank you for everyone. Thank you for everyone who was watching this video. If you want to see more art videos, just comment down below and let me know. Thank you. Bye.